Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. Now I'm going to talk on censorship today. I've done plenty of censorship videos because there's a lot of censorship going on, especially when it comes to social media, and not only social media, but literally our society is very much censored nowadays, and it's taking a toll on everybody very strongly, okay? Even if you do not know this, even if you are a person who stays unaware of this, it's there even though you want to ignore it. You know, the censorship is there, and there's things that we don't usually talk about or are even able to say without being punished in some sort of way, you know, or even censored. There's particular dimensions specifically of our being or our lives that we can't even touch upon and express in a state of freedom due to the fact that we've been conditioned to act against those very dimensions that are literally making up who we are, you know, in the way that, let's say I would like to talk about something that is taboo or even frowned upon in society. And if you talk about something of that manner, you get imprisoned, you know. But that specific area of my life that I would like to talk about is literally who I am as an individual, you know. It's literally like a particular area of a tree that is integral to its growth. And what we are censored nowadays to do is basically to pretty much keep out those integral parts of ourselves, because if we don't, then we will get censored, and it can even get as bad as imprisonment, you know. So there's not only censorship obviously on social media and the internet, although it is getting very, very bad when it comes to censorship on social media platforms, but more so in society itself. Societally conditioned, you know, to be censored and to pretty much limit ourselves from expressing who we are as individuals, and further in not allowing ourselves to express who we truly are. It stays constantly condensed. It condenses itself within, and this creates an inward turmoil and entanglement with oneself that doesn't allow you to be in a state of liberation or even freedom or even just fluency, you know, a fluid manner of life is what we should all attain to. And this censorship is just bringing us to states of entanglement, and not only entanglement, but a emotional condension of some sort that just bottles and pretty much explodes over time. Because then when following in with these conditions that society puts on you, you are literally mentally controlled at that point, informationally or even genetically, which is information, but informationally or genetically, you are literally controlled mentally as well to pretty much keep things within yourself that are literally you, and you need to show these things to the world, but you're mentally controlled to not do so. And therefore this creates that bottling of emotion, which emotion is literally energy in motion. It's all energy. It is all energy, and energy can never be created nor destroyed, only transformed or transferred, which is what Albert Einstein proved mathematically. He deduced this, okay? Now, energy can never be created nor destroyed, therefore it is eternal. It is only in an eternal state of transformation. And what death is just a process of transformation into either a lower dimension or higher dimension, okay, via the void, which is an in-between state between dimensions. It's the canvas for the space, and the space is further the canvas for the four elements, space being the fifth element, okay, ether, space, or even Akash in Hindu Sanskrit. Now, when you start to generate this spatial awareness to an immense strength, or when you just start to strengthen up your spatial awareness, you start understanding that we literally are eternal in nature. And instead of just operating off of the four elements consciously, you start to operate consciously off of the fifth or the five elements. And this spatial awareness makes way for immense unknowns to come into actualization within your life. And this is why we are shifting into the fifth dimension, or even the fourth dimension. The fourth and fifth dimensional shift is occurring right now, and it all comes from a spatial awareness. Literally, when you start to understand that you are no different from the space that is all around me and within me and making up my body, then you understand you're not separate from anybody else, because this space right here, all of this space, is literally just an extension of my physical body. It's literally my aura. If you can see the aura, then that means that there's a whole nother body there, and this energetical body will eventually expand and crystallize or crystallize itself into a larger, more complex physical form of itself. It's very, very fascinating, whenever you start to generate a heightened spatial connection or awareness, you are pretty much able to shift into a fourth dimensional and fifth dimensional understanding quite fluently and naturally, even a sixth dimensional understanding, which sixth dimensional is pretty much, there's Ra, right? Ra in ancient Egypt was known as the goddess, or the god of the sun, Ra. Ra is literally a sixth dimensional collective. It is literally like a entire mothership or fathership. I don't even know what to call it, but you can think of something like a fathership, or maybe something even bigger than that, bigger than the earth itself. But it is pretty much a sixth dimensional collective that encapsulates the sun via different geometrical grids to harness the sun's energy to further provide the necessary energies to the rest of the solar system. And it does this to multiple different star systems at the time. And that's what six-dimensional collectives are capable of, you know. Fifth dimensionality would pretty much be transcending the physical body and the mental body or the mind, coming into a state of spirituality, obviously, or coming into the spiritual world would be fifth dimensional, and even understanding that you're immortal in nature. But then further understanding that you're immortal in nature is just the beginning of your life, because this actually allows you to start traveling the cosmos via whatever method comes into your life to do so, you know. I know this video is all about censorship, but I just kind of am getting into spirituality here a bit. When you come into the fifth dimension, you are obviously reborn. You're born again because you awaken to who you truly are, which is a multi-dimensional being having a temporary human experience, a physical experience. Okay? You're a spiritual being having a human experience. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. It's reversed. And you're a spiritual being that reincarnated into a physical body in order to just have some fun, you know. It's like getting caught in a whirlpool and pretty much like pretty much having that experience of getting caught in a whirlpool or going on a roller coaster. You do it for the experience, and that is exactly what we did as spiritual beings. We incarnated ourselves within physical bodies in order to have just a temporary human experience, as though I wanted to go on a roller coaster to have a temporary experience of being on a amusement park ride. It's the exact same thing with incarnating within a physical body as a spiritual being. Now, when you shift into the fifth dimension, you awaken to the actuality that you are spiritual or energy, and that you are eternal in nature. And then further, what comes with that awakening or that realization is a method to start traveling the universe itself, because this is what all fifth dimensional beings are capable of doing. They are capable of traveling the universe via whatever method comes to you. My specific method is usually the Merkaba, which is the light spirit body, which is what has been being used by the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Arcturians. Many different entities use the Merkaba because it is the universal geometrical structure that we all hold, okay? And it is pretty much like the primordial spaceship that we can all use in order to just travel to other dimensions. And this is what you innately use whenever you go to sleep at night and you start to astral project. Most people do this unconsciously, but if you are a lucid dreamer, then you understand that when you are in astral projection or the astral realms, you are using your Merkaba to do so. You're using your Merkaba to travel the universe, but you do this unconsciously, okay? And it's no conspiracy that it has been made to be unconscious or an unconscious process nowadays. They want you to be unconscious when you use your Merkaba to travel the universe, because they don't want you to know that you're a spiritual being. They want you in the physical because they want you in the third dimension, the lower dimension, okay? And this is connecting with censorship once again. This is why they are censoring people who are telling the truth, because they do not want us to shift into the fifth, because we would know how powerful we are. Nikola Tesla was pretty much a fourth dimensional being, and this is how he was able to transcend the laws of physics very easily, or even time. And this is how he was trying to bring wireless internet to the world in the 1950s or in the 1900s, okay? And then this is why he was assassinated further, because he was fourth dimensional in nature. He was able to talk to the Zeta Reticulians, the Greyheads, or even the ETs, the small little gray bulbous-headed aliens. He was in communication with them because he was fourth dimensional. He was he was more in tune with the mental body or the mind. He had his mind open. He opened his pineal gland, basically. Or he was in tune with the heart, which is also a way to open the shift into the fourth dimension, opening up the heart chakra or the anahata. Okay, but now there's a natural shift in fifth dimensionality all over the globe, not just one individual, but all over the globe. And inevitably and naturally, we are going to change the earth, and it is going to come to a state of renewed. It is going to be renewed. It is the new earth. Okay, and no amount of censorship can stop this natural cosmological process. Okay, so that's a little bit on censorship. I have also been censored in the past for making videos on transhumanism, which is when humans come to transcend their own humanity through technological enhancements. Okay, and this is where the world is going. We are literally being turned into cyborgs. I'm literally a cyborg because I'm using this phone right now, which is a piece of machinery. And if I spend 8 or more hours on technology a day, that is 1/3 of my day or time spent with a machine. Therefore, I am 1/3 machine at least one day. And if I am 1/3 machine, then I am pretty much a cyborg. Okay, that's literally the truth. And further, they want to do this to as many people as possible. They want to turn as many people as possible into cyborgs so that it is easier to control you, because you would then be amounted to a piece of machinery or technology, which is something they can literally program and control very, very easily, much more easily than a human with emotions, which is energy in motion once again. Lastly, I have been censored once again for making videos on things like transhumanism, where I did not even go against community guidelines. However, YouTube and the elites, or whatever you want to call it, the algorithms or artificial intelligence, the AI god, just does not want to have this awareness spread, because it would go against its agenda, which is to keep us encapsulated, keep us in a lower vibration, and keep us in fear. Okay, but naturally, at the end of the day, just as in every single story, show, drama, play, movie, action, adventure, the good side will inevitably prosper. It's just so that we need a drama of some sort. We need a story. Therefore, there is a lot that seems like it is very, very bad, but bad and good are just conceptual realities, and in all actuality, conceptual reality can completely be dissolved away. Therefore, non-dualism state of being is something that actualizes itself within the golden age, which is what is coming with the new earth and this great awakening. So do thank you guys for watching once again, and I hope you did enjoy the video today on censorship, and to pretty much be or live within your freedom every single day, no matter what, because that is all that matters at the end of the day. If you are encaged, just like some ravaged animals, or if you are thrown away into a cage, then that is no life to be living. That is how people come to suicidal states and things like this, because they're encaged like animals, when in all actuality we are very, very, very universally intelligent beings. We're literally aliens, but they don't want you to know that. Okay, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to help me reach 100 subscribers, and drop a like on today's video and any other videos that you have enjoyed in the past, or that you have just enjoyed. No past and no future, just now. Okay, all the time. I love you guys. Have a great day, and peace out.